Let me save you some time. There's no hearing aid that's better than all the others. It doesn't exist. Anyone who tries to tell you otherwise is oversimplifying or selling something. But I can tell you how to think about it properly, and I can show you the manufacturers we choose to use at Alto and why. Hello, I'm Adam from Alto Hearing. If you go on YouTube and search Best Hearing Aids 2026, you'll find videos ranking them like smartphones, spec sheets, star ratings, number one pick, as if you can just buy the winner and then you're all sorted. Here's why that's nonsense. Hearing aids aren't consumer electronics. They are medical devices that have to be matched to your hearing loss, your ear anatomy, your actual life. So something brilliant for one person can be completely wrong for another. And the hearing aid itself, well, that's maybe half the battle. The other half is the fitting, the programming, the follow-up, the person sitting across from you who actually knows what they're doing. I've seen cheap hearing aids outperform expensive ones because they were fitted properly, and I've seen £4,000 devices end up in bedside drawers because nobody took the time. So when I tell you what we use at Alto, I'm not crowning winners. I'm showing you the tools that we trust in the hands of professionals who know them inside out. A quick bit of context. We're independent. No manufacturer owns us, and we can fit any brand on the market. And occasionally, when there's a very specific clinical reason, we do. We focus though on 4: ReSound, Widex, Unitron, Signia. Why would we limit ourselves? Well, because depth matters. These platforms are complicated. The fitting software, the processing strategies, the quirks that you only learn after fitting hundreds of people. You don't learn that from a brochure. It's all about the time spent with devices and the people using them. I'd rather our audiologists know 3 or 4 systems deeply than all the platforms on the market superficially. There's also the unglamorous side nobody really talks about: parts, repairs, technical support. Some manufacturers are better than others behind the scenes, and that affects clients. And we partner with the ones who match the service levels we want to provide. So within these 4, we've got enough range to cover almost anyone who walks through the door. Let's talk about what each one actually does. ReSound. ReSound genuinely doesn't get the credit it deserves. I actually think they are quite underrated, but when I hear people talk up other brands over ReSound, they're never actually using ReSound on a daily basis. We are, and I can tell you now, these hearing aids are excellent. Their recent platforms have been genuinely impressive, particularly for hearing in background noise, restaurants, pubs, family gatherings where everyone's talking over each other. That's where most people struggle, and that's where ReSound's innovative approach focuses. They're also really strong on connectivity. Their current platforms support Auracast, public venues streaming straight to your hearing aids. No extra equipment. Now, it's not everywhere yet, but it is coming, and ReSound is already there. The sound itself is clean and precise. Some first-time users notice that it feels a little bit processed at first, but that usually settles with time. ReSound are best suited to people who struggle in noise and want strong connectivity. Less ideal for people who want everything to sound natural immediately. Which brings us on to Widex. Now, Widex has built its reputation on natural sound. Where other manufacturers shape and tweak aggressively, Widex holds back. The aim is the world as it is, just clearer, less artificial, less obviously hearing aid. Musicians often gravitate towards Widex, so do people who have tried hearing aids before and never liked how they sounded. Their newest platform has closed the gap on the technical side without losing what makes them different. The trade-off, though, is in very demanding environments. When things get chaotic, Widex is less aggressive at suppression, but sometimes natural is noisy. Widex is best for people who care deeply about sound quality, less suited to those who need maximum suppression at all costs. Unitron. Nobody talks about Unitron. That's probably why we quite like them. They're owned by Sonova, who also own Phonak, but they take quite a different approach. For all intents and purposes, their technology, hardware-wise, is almost exactly the same. Fewer gimmicks, fewer headlines, just solid, reliable hearing aids that work well across a whole wide range of situations. The sound is really balanced, the automatic programs, they make sense, the software is genuinely good, which matters when you come back for adjustments. And Unitron works extremely well with Roger. Now we'll come on to accessories shortly, but Roger can be the single biggest improvement you make, often bigger than upgrading hearing aids. So Unitron is best for people who want reliability and flexibility. It's less appealing if you want the newest, flashiest hearing aid on the market. Signia. So Signia sits slightly apart. Firstly, aesthetics. They make hearing aids people actually want to wear. That matters more than people like to admit. If someone dislikes how their hearing aids look, they leave them at home. Second, group conversations. Their newer technology tracks multiple speakers in real time. Now, if you've ever felt like you're watching tennis at a dinner table, this is aimed squarely at that problem. They also do custom devices really well. Small, discreet, deep fitting. So I would say Signia are best for people who care about the design and spend time in group conversations a lot. Less of a default option, more about the right situation. Now here's something really important. Hearing aids are one part of a hearing solution. This is the bit most people don't really think about. Accessories really do matter, often more than people expect. Take television audio. With a TV streamer, the sound comes straight from the television into your hearing aids. No blasting the volume, no constant rewinding, no subtitles on everything. And if you watch TV and you wear hearing aids, this should always be part of the conversation from day one. The same applies to remote microphones. These are small devices designed to get sound closer to the source. So instead of your hearing aids fighting noise and distance, they're getting a clean signal at source. People often spend weeks choosing hearing aids and never discuss accessories. That's a mistake. They're part of the same system. So forget specs, forget feature lists. This is what separates good outcomes from frustration. Real ear measurements. When you're fitted, does the audiologist measure what sound is actually reaching your eardrum using a small microphone in the ear canal? That's the only way to know that the prescription is correct. Without it, the fitting is guesswork. The adjustment period. Hearing aids aren't instant. Your brain needs time to adapt. Things will sound strange at first, and that's normal. What matters is having someone who explains that process, makes careful adjustments, and doesn't rush. Ongoing support. Hearing changes. Life changes. The support needs to be there long after the fitting. And honesty. Anyone promising perfection isn't being straight with you. So, best hearing aids of 2026. Well, the best hearing aid is the one that fits your hearing, fits your life, and is set up properly as part of a complete hearing solution. That solution includes the right hearing aids, the right accessories, proper verification, time, and follow-up. At Alto, we use ReSound, Widex, Unitron, and Signia. Between them, we can handle almost anything. And because we focus on 4, we know them properly. The strengths, the weaknesses, the details that matter. If you want to talk about what might suit you, get in touch. If you want more videos like this, subscribe to our channel. And if you've got questions, the comments are open. We do read them. Thanks very much for watching.